All right, it's happening. It's Welcome to the Broski Doodles podcast, the best podcast in all the land. Today, your boy KIKO Flow, Adrian. We got DJ BJ in the house, and let's get this shit started. It's a movie review with the motherfucking crew, and we got one that I hope a lot of people see, and then you will watch this fucking podcast. Okay, we did a commercial one so that we can get the fucking, the casuals. The movie is called Gray Man, and it's available on Netflix. No, we're not sponsored by them. Do we make money from, indirectly in different ways? Maybe. I finished this movie today, so it's fresh, very fresh on me. You got a couple of baddies in there, right? You got Ryan Gosling. You got, what's the other one?
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. I mean, baddies, right? Baddies. And I got a lot of notes that I took for this movie. I do gotta start by saying it's like a movie that has been made 100 times in Hollywood. Like it's the same fucking movie about a guy that works for like a sinister wing of the CIA that is like a little more undercover that nobody can know about. There's no registry, and then they turn in against them, and then they gotta fucking find a way to get to the nucleus of the shit and fuck it up. And it's always the same shit. It's always like some guy just betrays them, and it's like, no, fuck them. And it's always a thing, right, that they need to find. It's like a thing, like a pen drive or like a piece of something or like a software that like says all the things because
it's got new codes or whatever maybe.
Yeah, and they have videos of like all the transactions done as if it's like a movie. It's like, here, look at the look at the videos. It's like a guy like, all right, this is the drugs, this is the money, thank you. And then another video, all right, this is the guns. It's like, how do you get all these
most incriminating shit?
Yeah, like, what the fuck, this guy?
I hope nobody's watching.
So, amigo, we'll get into many things, but I'll start with the good. I mean, it's a movie that can kind of entertain you. I mean, like, if you're not looking for anything that deep, I mean, it'll entertain you.
Yeah, like if I was in the hospital, high up perks, laying in the bed, and there was nothing to watch, I'll put that one on because I can't think anyway. And it's like, graphically, it was very good. Like, at least the first, 15 minutes, I thought it was very trippy. The lights and the aerial shots, it looked beautiful. I'll give the movie credit on that. But story-wise, yeah.
Like, for example, if you are in like you said, like in a hospital bed, but you're gonna survive, and you're just chilling there, they're giving you a little perks, and you're like, oh, look, and then you kind of make friends with the nurse, and you tell her, yeah, can I get a few more perks? It's just that it really hurts, and she gives you a few more. She knows what's good, and then you're like in that state where you're like, god damn, these perks be on some shit, right? And then they have that movie, you're like, oh fuck, it's funny, because like right now I'm a little fucking gone, and then with the movie, it's like, it's it's stupid, yeah, it's funny. Now let's say you have a terminal illness and you got very few days left. You put that movie, I'm gonna start like just bashing my head with anything that's near me because I'm not gonna spend the last day, days of my life watching fucking Gray Man.
Doc, can we make this any quicker? Wrap this up. Wrap it up, B.
Yeah, might as well just put reruns of fucking Friends here, Doc. What are we doing? Is this paleologic? What is the practice in medicine for people that are terminally ill? Paleontology? No, that's a thing for the dinosaurs. No, biology or
archaeologist?
Nah, fuck. Huh? I can't remember now. But
people that put down other people?
No, they don't put down. I mean, like they take care of them until nature puts them down.
Oh, like at a hospice?
Yeah, like a hospice. Yeah. Like a hospice, yeah. They have a definition in the medical world, They're like neo medicine or some shit. It's like the medicine.
Pseudo nurses. Slash caretakers.
Yeah, like I guess they're more like a slash like psychiatrists. They're like, hey, look, by the way, yeah. It will end. It will end.
Speaking of will, do you want to sign yours over?
You know, we just want to make sure your daughter's well off, and you could just sign here. You couldn't leave a commission to the hospice center that has taken care of you so well, Mr. Waters, and just know, wherever you go after this, it will be a good place. But most likely, you'll just die like a lizard, meaning it will just go black eternally, and you will never feel anything again. But who knows?
Do you believe in a reincarnation, Mr. Waters?
Because that's fucking stupid. That's one of the stupidest idea.
Are you telling them that this, like, at the end stage when they're about to die?
Yeah. When they're about to die, they're like, Mr. Waters, let me ask you something real quick. When you really think back at your life, did you really do the things you want? Did you really think that you succeeded? Or did you think it was just a fucking waste?
All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
You got 5 minutes, Mr. Waters.
that night in the office of the hospice is like, all right, Maria, come in. Yeah, we can't be speaking to the patients this way. Like, I understand because of your culture, you have a more straightforward way of saying these things, but you do have to have a little sympathy for them. Oh, but come on, I want to tell them that, it's the truth, they're gonna die.
Se van a morir.
I cannot do nothing. My mom and my dad, they die. It was because of narcos, but it's a different story. But they die.
They die.
And that turned racial very quickly. So, Gray Man. The start scene is with Billy Bob, right? Billy Bob Thornton? No. Yeah. Billy Bob Thornton. I like that guy. Start scene, he's sitting with Ryan Gosling in the jail. He's like, and then he gives him some bubblicious, right? And Ryan Gosling says a line. He's like, if you think I'm gonna rat for some bubblicious, you got another thing coming. and to me, I don't know if it's maybe because I'm foreign, right? I'm foreign. Anywhere I go, I'm a foreign person. But I feel very soaked by the American culture. But is it me? Or is it maybe that I don't understand the American culture? That phrase sounds tacky and fake. Oh, you got another thing coming. If you think I'm going to rap for the bubblicious, you got another thing coming here, buddy. Buddy.
Nah, say like a 20 line.
Yeah. I says I grab the metro and I go to places to Brooklyn.
Got another thing coming, huh?
Yeah,
they gonna squeal. Like,
you think I'm gonna squeal here at Al Capone, my friend? Alfonso Capone? Are you crazy?
Or bubblicious? It better be watermelon, I tell you.
The man that went to the war, they came back for the honor.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I tried to watch this movie twice. The first time I saw it, 5 minutes, I'm like, I'm not watching this anymore. Because of that scene, I thought the lines were very corny. Turned it off, did something else. And then yesterday I saw it because we had to.
But yeah. I mean, a lot of this movie was, fuck, I guess I have to.
I will be honest, since we're being honest, and this is a circle of trust, I did watch it at 1.5x speed.
5x?
Oh. 1.5, 1.5.
Oh,
not sure.
I'm like 5x. Like, yo, what do you watch?
If I could have, I would have. The cap was 1.5.
I mean, on one side, it tells you, the level of boring the movie was. On another, it tells you the level of commitment the Broski Doodle members have for the organization. So you always learn something new every day, and then you write it down in a little notebook that you address later. All right, so yeah, boring movie. I didn't want to go right away on it, but whatever. They get the guy from jail, and they say, "Look, we're gonna, you're gonna get out of jail, but pretty much we own you, and you're gonna go into this dark, third wing or whatever of the CIA, where like nobody knows about you. You're a ghost agent." Oh my god. And then they say 18 years later, and they show him again looking exactly the same.
That's Ryan Gosling for you.
Just a little mustache. Just a little mustachy.
Well, and the scars.
And
Where they show
scars.
like the scene where he doesn't have his shirt on, because obviously they have to have a scene with Ryan Gosling with no shirt, with a whole bunch of scars and shit, kind of like showing the age theoretically.
Yeah. And all the battles he's been in and the wars.
And also in these movies, there's always like an item, right, that's linked to some shit that will uncover some crazy shit about the organization. It's always like, oh no, you don't know, back in the day, and it's always like some conflict in that way. I think this is a movie that I've seen before.
Yeah, I think they don't really expand on the whole story either. It's just the guy wanted to. He was trying to hide his dirt, and that's how he made his way to the top, because he was working for some other people that they didn't really address either.
And they made it look. They made it look very like the leader of the program, the slim black guy. Yeah, that guy would never be in that position. That guy was the goofiest motherfucker. Like he couldn't be. He wasn't the one like leading a fucking like team of like, you know, undercops, like CIA type shit, intel. It's like he was like, what? No, we need to get him. And then they go to, what's the other guys? The other baddie.
Chris Evans.
They go to Chris Evans
with the porn stash.
Lloyd.
And this guy, I mean, we can get into it later. There's a lot more notes I have here before that happened in the movie. But yeah, he just goes yeah, we're just going to destroy the world. Like, we're just going to destroy the world.
All of Europe.
All of Europe while we find this guy. And it's like, and the whole time I'm thinking, okay, the very thing that Ryan Gosling can expose is probably not as bad as what's being exposed in the process of trying to get Ryan Gosling. It's like, what are you gonna explain to the world why you destroyed Prague completely?
Fucking the whole city's in shambles.
We're trying to find a USB. Like in what
like
world?
A picture.
Bro, the movie was unreal, not only on effects, but like on how the world even works. It's like, dude, what is happening?
The other hitman, when he finally gets the USB drive that he was working so hard to get for the slim black guy, then he just gives it away because like these guys work with no honor because they were gonna kill a little girl. It's like, and he just walks away from the whole project. Like,
you almost killed somebody.
Which, by the way,
these people have no honor.
Indian Bruce Lee, this motherfucker was whooping ass.
Yo,
yeah, he's the one. He got the drive back.
Yeah, and he fucked up Ryan Gosling and the girl at the same time.
Bro, Indian Bruce Lee.
That guy was a G.
That like there's some
from the beginning.
There is definitely some takeaways from this movie that were positive.
All
right, tell us which ones.
Indian Bruce Lee.
That guy's career, yeah, that guy's career is gonna take off. In Bollywood.
I mean, maybe it's my
for real.
Maybe it's me being naive or being childish in mentality, but I genuinely enjoyed it, the movie, for the most part. You know, you have to keep in mind that the producers of this movie was the Russo brothers. The brothers, they're the ones that created all the Avengers films. So they kind of like use that same formula.
that makes sense.
To make this movie.
Okay.
So like for me, yeah, the story was the rinse, wash, and repeat. Like it was the same as every other spy story. The action, like all those buildings blowing up and the buses, it was intense. It was like, you know, it was in your face. It was the whole like it's the I want to call it the Michael Bay syndrome with the whole Transformers. You know, it was really like the explosions, the bullets, everything flying around. You know, fights and like people getting stabbed and shot and whatever. I really did like the drone scenes, like you know how they were like shooting and fighting and showed it, and the drones were like.
Yeah, you're right. I had a note here about how you started to see how in this movie they're using a lot more the drone as a tool, and you don't see that in movies that much these days. And they used it a lot.
So it was definitely a lot of action. I mean, am I gonna watch this again? Never. No.
Like this is not a classic. Like this movie will be forgotten in time.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I already forgot about it.
You could watch it once.
I really want
to see the action, but that's it. Like
I really wanted to record today because tomorrow I wouldn't remember about the movie.
Right. As we're talking now, it's going.
Yeah, like right now, I'm starting to think: is this movie or the other? Or like what movie is this?
One of the 20 Mission Impossibles.
Yeah, what movie?
I also like.
Is this a Born Ultimatum? What's happening?
I also liked Billy Bob Thornton. Him just being there was pretty cool. And then when he died, it was like, oh no. Okay.
But when he dies, isn't it always in this type of movies where it's like he could have lived, but it's like no, you go on. I will die for no reason just because.
Bullet wound to the chest. When are you gonna see a doctor? You know, never.
Hey, bro, I think
it's a secret op. It's a secret organization, quote unquote.
All right, so Ryan Gosling has some sort of relationship with Billy Bob Thornton's daughter, or niece, right? Uh-huh. Because for a while he had to like take care of the house and protect her and shit. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, another Thursday, some guy like went into the house to try to kill him, and then, which you would think like, well, maybe you would move. Maybe you should move. if people are trying to kill you on a daily basis, maybe you should move.
If this is Thursday, you definitely need to move.
Now, when I see that happen, I'm like, part of me wanted to have a Ryan Gosling to take care of my crib. Like when I have money, like I just like, you have your people, the people that like clean, cook, and then you have a Ryan Gosling that's just going around the perimeter, just making sure nobody tries to get funny. And if somebody does get funny, just let them know what's goody in the biddy.
I did,
and also he's a baddie.
I did shed like a single tear when she's at the house at the end by herself, and then these people are treating her like awful and shit, and then she pulls the record, like she sees the record and it says play me really loud, because you already know that he's coming back to rescue her or whatever, and then like she puts it and she starts playing loud, and he starts doing his old gray man shit, and he comes in through that door, and you're like my hero, like I could be your hero, baby, like that. that whole.
But how will she know when to play it? And like that part was a little bit like, okay, suspend belief.
Yeah, I mean,
like the whole movie.
You have to, the whole movie is
Ryan
not
Gosling
believable.
was just waiting. Is she playing it yet? Okay.
Look, the amount of times that he got shot and stabbed, he should have been dead. Like, there's no.
And every time he did, he was just
like,
hey, I'm bleeding out.
Yeah,
bro. And there's a part.
Can we make this stab? Because
there's a part where like he's about to sort of win the situation and fuck up Chris Evans. And he doesn't even have to fuck him up because somebody has a sniper and she's shooting and she could kill him. But then she's like, no, go take the girl. I'll get him. Like, no, you could tell her, yeah, shoot him real quick in the face. And then that's it. And then,
take the shot.
And then I wouldn't have to have been stabbed 13 times in my organs and have internal bleedings that could have probably caused my death if this wasn't a movie made by the people that made the Avengers. Right?
Yeah, it's never gonna be believable after them making superhero movies. They just took the same thing and then they didn't realize that they're not working with superheroes anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like the Bourne Identity, but with the added like Avengers flow.
He was basically a superhero for the most of the movie. Basically,
pretty much. Dude, the plane scene. The plane scene. Like,
dude, oh my god!
I was about to talk about that. It looked like a video game. Like the graphics on it. Oh. It turned into a video game. Like once that shit ripped off and they were falling in the sky.
Like what? Like he goes to a guy and tries to get his fucking parachute. Man, come on.
And that other scene when he's surrounded in the middle of Prague, tied to the fucking pole or post, he should have been done right there.
Yeah,
that should have been it.
There's no way. Yeah, the movie's just too much liar. Fun fact: the skinny weird guy that knocks him into the tunnel, into the well,
Mhm.
is Pablo Escobar from Narcos.
Pedro Pascal?
No.
No, it's
Moda.
Oh,
the
yeah.
best.
Oh, he should have died right
Mm.
there too with the computer geek. Oh my god! Like
I still don't understand how he blew that part up. The
Yeah. He did some some
oh
MacGyver
my
shit.
god! Now I tell you, he's a superhero most of this
through
movie, bro.
bulletproof glass.
But it's not ballistic proof.
No, because they open the part of it, and then when
But
he
he-
blows up, he gets out of the thing and then kills everybody. I mean, of course, this guy is just everyone he kills, like
Dude.
everyone he touches. I mean, he is Sierra 6. I mean, he is.
was
Fucking
not
Sierra
four.
6.
Not
He is
five.
Sierra 4 or Sierra 5. He's C. He Sierra C.
But why wasn't he 007?
And dude, like they're trying to
Name
get
was
this
taken.
guy, right? They're trying to get this guy, and then who's trying to get him is like the CIA, and then they're in Prague, and then they start killing cops, like,
Yeah.
and then not only do they start killing cops, they start getting like this, I don't know what, mercenary militias that are just available everywhere for them. Oh, Bravo team, and then some guys with like skull masks, some skin. Oh no, Alpha team, and then it's like, okay, so what the fuck? Like this is not how it works. Like there's no
I
like
feel like they
militia.
traveled through all of Europe insanely fast. They were in one city to the next. They didn't show any transportation.
Well-
They were just there
with grenade launchers.
with grenade at the ready.
Holy shit.
One thing that was funny though is that when one of the first times that like the whole city is destroyed, I think in Prague, they need to go to the hospital for something. I don't know. And then when they go to the hospital, you see the hospital is all collapsed. And I gotta give it credit on this. It's the only movie, like, you know, where like a superhero movie or like an action movie where they just destroy the whole city just to try to get one bad guy. And they've never shown like what are the consequences of that. And here they
The
show it like
aftermath.
that.
Yeah.
The hospital is just collapsed. Like, bro, I don't think you helped anybody. Like to try to get one guy, you pretty much like maimed 200 people, and 40 died, and we have all the ICU. It was like that part was funny. I'm like, oh, they got this one thing right.
And then they have a shootout at the hospital that's already fucked with full of people. Fucking A.
And dude, there's the assistant, right? The Asian assistant that assists the black guy that's the leader.
Uh-huh.
And it's funny how like all the plans they have are totally irresponsible and not something any government agency will do. And she's the only one that's like, yo, what the fuck are we doing? This is insane. And everybody's like, yeah, no, come on, it's cool. Yeah.
Yo, but Anna de Armas, she can get it.
That's the main chick.
I'm not.
That's the main. That's the main chick.
I don't speak that way. She's a very, very beautiful lady. I believe she's Spanish. So
I think so. Yeah.
So you gotta give it to the patria. You know, you gotta
La
give it to the
patria.
roots. You know, la España, la cosa.
Oh man.
So yeah, like it's funny how like they want to kill a guy because he could expose the very thing they're exposing by trying to kill the guy. You know, the whole time. The train car scene also insane. Like totally like how the fuck does he? You know.
No, and then at the end of this all, they get like basically like a slap on the wrist by the chief of the CIA guy. No sé qué. It's like, hey, don't do that again, guys. All right, and then just I'm gonna let you off the hook this time. And then they just walk away, like no crimes were committed. Nothing happened.
Nothing.
Jesus Christ. Totally believable.
And I feel like they left it like that for a part 2.
Oh my God. Yeah. They let him escape and they left it open. And now the other girl's running the Asian girl's running the operative.
Yeah, after he escaped. Yeah.
And
the
killed escaped. He was basically dead, recovering, bleeding out. And he managed to take out how many armed guards? Like a whole floor of armed guards. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm kind of disappointed that this is the type of movie. Like now that we see, you know, like when you would look at an action movie 20 years ago, we're talking about Rush Hour, where you had a good script, you got, even good jokes, and a great story with action. But now it's like they just put action, or if it's not action, yeah, it's with the superheroes and effects. But there's no story, there's no interaction that's real. The script is bad. I don't know, man. It's just like, it's one of those movies that it's like, yeah, you can put it, the family's there, and you'll be on your phone a little bit.
A lot of it.
And
A lot of it.
A lot of it.
And it's a lot of like good actors that you're like, man, why are you doing this stupid shit?
They're relying heavily on the action and the digital resources.
Yeah, maybe on paper it sounded better, or maybe they just got promised a nice check.
I also
think
gotta
they're going
say,
for like a John Wick type of feel to it, and
like,
it just
dude,
didn't deliver.
like John Wick. Even though I'm not into like action movies and shit like that, like all the hero, I think John Wick does well whatever he wants to do, like that, because he does it very well. It's very unique. But this to me is just run of the mill. Doesn't inspire anything to me. I also think that, the whole movie, I don't like it. I don't really like. But Ryan Gosling also miscasted. I don't see Ryan Gosling as like the really bad spy guy, and he's not, to me, he's not that guy. He's more like a different type. Like, he's a badass guy. He's a manly guy. But like the role that he did in that movie,
Blade
about
Runner?
about
Drive?
the mortgage, the
Big Short.
the Big Short. That assholey type, firm, manly, I run shit. He does that very well. But on this one, where he's like a killer that can just, I don't see him like that. I see more other actors do that, better.
I also didn't see Captain America or Chris Evans as that type that he played in this movie. I didn't like it.
Yeah, me neither. And he doesn't
like his
help
acting.
that he's going around in falufas for sandals. So that makes it even look like more fake. Like he has fucking like the sandals that you would put to go to like a little bar in Brickell.
Yeah, but that's not on him, bro.
Yeah, that was costume design.
Yeah.
He didn't choose those falufas.
No, I'm talking about the character in the movie. Like,
Yeah.
it looks goofy.
Well, I thought his acting was great. I thought if anyone put the movie on their back, it was him.
Yeah, so whatever. I don't really want to spend much more on this.
Alright.
Do you guys have,
then.
Oh, would you watch part 2?
Nah, I wouldn't.
I would probably would.
Unless this review gets like 1 million reviews and likes and shit.
Yeah, like if this review gets the channel to 100,000 subscribers, then I'm like, hey, bro, anything this Marvel idiots put out, we're gonna rip. Because it seems that our demographic is just this type of people. No, but if you enjoyed this movie, of course, we're kidding, even though we don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know the rest.
I probably would. I probably would watch the part 2.
Yeah. No. You. I think you would. You're the kind that would. But for people that enjoy this movie, it's fine. It's cool. This is a good like family movie. Oh yeah, it's Chris Evans. It's Ryan Gosling.
Family. I wouldn't say family. Like a PG-13 family, like 13-year-olds and up, because there's a lot of blood and gore and stuff like that.
This is like a movie for the DMV, bro, or the hospital on Perks. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's like simple situations where you
Like
just want time to go by.
A hospital on Perks, and you can't like quite reach the remote to change it.
The little sliding desk is too far.
It's like, all right, I guess I'll just watch it.
Like the Perks have hit you enough where you're like chilling and vibing, but like you're like, I ain't moving from here. You feel me? So what's on? Oh, it's Gray Man. All right, fuck it. I'll watch this.
All right.
When that girl comes up, I jerk off and then I will finish the movie.
And then when the nurse comes into the room, it's like, hey, look, can you do me a favor? Pass me the remote. Thanks. then you change it.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning into the movie review with the crew.
Yeah, what's the score?
The rating.
I want to have your ratings on the comments as well, but let's see. Let's give the ratings for this one. Gray Man. For the quality of the effects, for the hot actors, and for not making it that longer than movies these days. It's a 2-hour movie. I'll give it a 4.
Oof.
Okay, that's not bad. For those same reasons, I'll give it a 3.
So gray is kind of like, like a color that everybody's like meh about, and this is the Gray Man. Meh is like I guess like a in between 1 and 10, so like a 5. So I could give it a 5. It's a meh. I like the graphics and stuff, but meh.
All right, that's 5, 4, 3. You average it out, it's a 4. So it's a 4 on the Broski Doodle scale for the movie Gray Man. I want to know what you guys think of it. Leave your comments. Maybe you can, go against what we thought. Maybe, hey, Kiko, you know what? I think you always try to be like a little deeper than that, but you're not that smart. So enjoy these movies and stop being such a fucking hater. That might be it. And I want to see it. I want to hear it. Subscribe to the channel. Please rate it on iTunes and Spotify. It's free to rate and it helps us so much. It helps us so much. And just share it. Just share it with your friends. Like, let them know. Like, just let them know about it.
Just as a reference, IMDb has it rated at 6.5.
What the fuck?
Out of 10. But that's
6.5.
User reviews.
We need to make a movie. Oh no, it's user reviews. I want to see critic reviews. That's what we are.
Oh shit, that's right. Let's say Rotten Tomatoes.
We are critics now, but the critics be very liberals. They very liberals. I hear. They're very like Liberace's. What are the scores?
45 tomatoes.
Oof. Oh, yeah, we are critics. We got tomatoes in the face.
We're good at what we do. The audience is retarded. 91% audience score.
Of course, the masses.
Because yeah.
All right,
but we're on it.
We're on it.
We're close. We're close. All right.
We're on it. Well, that's the Broski Doodles. I love you. Take care. Peace.
Peace.